For some reason this isn't working. Why is this so janky? Come on now. Why isn't this working? Start. There we go. Should be working now. Okay, where is my charger? Oh, I think I left it in the garage. Okie dokie. Let us see if we can get this working. Should I unplug one of these things over here? Oh, let's just push it over here. Huh? I might as well just get used to it. Overplug it over. Okay, let's see if the stream is on. It looks to be working. Let's put our headphones on. Oops. Oopsies. I'm just gonna start off by just doing like a graffiti piece as a warm up, maybe. And we'll get into like a character or something. I don't know. I guess we'll just do the normal warm ups like I have always done. We'll just do normal warm ups, just as we've always somewhat done. Let's see, I wonder. Okay, what if I push this down? Okay, let's see. I'm trying to get this camera right. Okay, here we go. I might just not even do really the warm up stuff. We'll just maybe do like a graffiti piece for one. Maybe that will make it a little bit more like time efficient. Maybe. Hands are like sweaty. I can't get a grip on this. I guess that's why I was using the that little needle nose pliers to hold it. Actually, I need to get those actually. just use this to hold because it's like fingers just keep sliding. Maybe they designed it like that to where like you can't hold on to them, so you have to go buy more. Be a good little interesting marketing ploy. I wonder how many like I know that's the thing about like the letter stuff is that there's a general kind of like handwriting thing or shape thing that you somewhat remember. So it's kind of hard sometimes to think about new ones. It's like, what can you make out of this thing? I don't know. I don't know where we're going with this one, man. I always tend to do these like weird trail things. Arrows. I like this shape. This is kind of interesting right here. Um, not too sure up in here. Oh, okay, okay. I think I see something. Connect that bottom part. Kind of like figuring out a puzzle. That's what it kind of is. Hmm. I'm honestly not digging this one at all. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I don't know how I'm gonna come back from this. just looks ridiculous, man. Looks ridiculous. I'm already running out of room. Oh, okay, I can kind of maybe see. Okay, there's something. It's like browned up here and then like jagged down at the below. Yeah, I don't. Man, this one is not working out at all. See, some of them you just gotta drop now because. But actually, I mean, sometimes you just gotta like finish it out too. Nah, this one was a failed attempt for sure, man. Sometimes it's just like that's how it is, though. Especially when you're just going for it. Like there's just kind of sometimes it just becomes like a no holds bar, especially like once you just lay the line down because you can't really come back from it. So sometimes it's just like you just gotta push through it, man. Like I don't know, it's weird sometimes, but yeah, I don't. This one was just super bad. I didn't enjoy this one, man. But, maybe it's because I didn't do a good warm up. And from that, we will take this and do a warm up on top of it. Maybe that's what I needed to do before I dove in. Maybe my accuracy wasn't where it should be. I should be doing with the other pencil.
Want a chance to win a dream vacation? Nobody's better at booking the perfect vacation than booking.
For some reason, this pencil seems more waxy. I wonder if it's just the color or the other one's just old. This one seems like it has a different texture to it. And it's weird, I'm like seeing the stream and it's just like super laggy. Here's the warm-up page. Oh, hmm. Ugh. Man, I should have started earlier. Oh well. I had to do some stuff before I started this one. I am tired. I think what kind of character should I draw in? Probably just another knight, man. I always just end up drawing. I mean, I could just do like studies and stuff. I think that would be the move to do like a study or something. But I feel I should just continue doing the character design. But yeah, I'm not too sure on what to depict. What should we depict? I mean, maybe I could just do like a simple character. That's maybe what I could do. That's what we'll do. We'll just do like a simple character, no armor. Maybe attempt to ink it. I don't know. Maybe. Okay, let's just get started. Let's just draw our line of action, build things from that. We'll start with our thumbnail. So I'm gonna draw a check today. Okay, what can we do with this line? I need to sharpen this pencil a little more. Okie dokie, let's see here. The nights are fun but I feel like I want to just like simplify it. Okay, let's see here. Like a spellcaster or something today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Huh. Hmm. A little thumbnail so far. Trying to figure out how we're gonna place these arms. down. Push that one into the foreground. Have hand right there. Spellcasting hand. So on the side. We could like do it super simplified. There's not even that much drapery or anything. That would probably be good exercise. That should probably be a good exercise. Okay, let's do another layer. Figure out a little bit more of this character. Who is this? Draper is precision. Maybe we should just totally just simplify everything about it. No, just not. I mean, I guess since I kind of want to make this strip short, I can kind of just totally simplify things. Okay, I can kind of see something in here. That looks kind of cool, actually. I might do something. Like, he's like casting like a spell, and it's like, yeah, there's like a little one, brings out. Actually looks kind of cool. I might do that. Oh! Okay. Yeah, I'm like I need to drink something. Ugh, where's my water? Do 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 do. Just gotta think that if we fail, you know what? It's okay. That's the other thing is sometimes like, especially like after doing like an ink, sometimes it's hard for me to change my mind into where it's my mindset into where it's like, okay, the ink is like, you know. But even the ink, like if you mess up, it's just like you can always just do another layer. But it's like sometimes just wasting that time is very frustrating to do another layer. So like sometimes like the inking process is definitely a very somewhat taxing at times. I give credit to inkers. Inkers definitely going all in, man. Let's see how the stream's doing. Okay. Shall we begin? I kind of want to do just like a plain, simple, like us more of a simplified character where I don't have to like maybe draw a bunch of online stuff, just to kind of speed up the stream a bit. So, this will begin. We will begin. It might end up just like the graffiti piece that I did. Like, I know it's gonna come. I know it's come a time where I'm gonna draw some characters and I just flat out just do not like them. Even though I tried. I know that's happened. It's happened so many times, more than I can eat. You know, it's like so. I know it's happening. But I don't know. Or maybe I just won't say them. I just won't say it. I'll just keep going. Okay, we will start by trying to verbalize this out. I'm really tired. Okay, let's see here. So we started with our thumbnail. We've done 3 layers. Actually, yeah, 3 layers. We did a pencil layer, colored pencil layer for the base foundation, getting the proportions. The second layer was a bit of a refinement, and then the third layer was kind of figuring out some drapery, or you know, maybe where some of the drapery points will be, which I think she's going to be wearing like some sort of skirt or something. So we know that that's a major area right there to where a lot of the drapery is going to be. And I don't know, up in here, I don't know what we're going to do up in there, really. Okay, let's see here. So we will start with placing our line of action. We are going to be placing this line and the subsequent lines pretty lightly. Because for the past couple characters, I guess going back, I remember I used to do that as well. It's just, you know, coming back into it, I was like really forcing the line of action, you know, because like on Photoshop you can do that because you know you can do that and then just you know, have the layer opacity and just push it down if you want. But when you're working with a paper, sometimes you have to think about your layers a little bit more. I guess it doesn't really matter anyway, but you know, it's less of a hassle. Because I mean, ultimately, you do have as many layers as if you're using a light box like this right over here. Okay, let's begin. Trying to I'm gonna place the head. And we're gonna just quickly, I don't know if that's actually how I want it. We're just very, very lightly doing the proportions. Six. Yeah, I guess that might work. Okay. So since we at least have this going down, I guess you can't even see that on the stream, really. Okay, so from this we are going to start building it out. Since we kind of know that this is roughly the general proportions that we're going to be using. I think the hardest part for building a figure with me, personally, that I've always struggled with is the placement of the head compared to the torso. And then just getting all the proportions within the portrait to look even with the rest of the figure. Sometimes it can be difficult, especially what I encountered, especially doing a lot of paintings, and it actually made me super frustrated oil painting and just trying acrylic painting and stuff, because I would try and do an imaginative figure or whatever, or even a figure from reference, and I would work on, because actually some people say work on the portrait and stuff like that, and then I'd do that, and then like I'd like draw like an armor piece or something, and for some odd reason I'd like get, especially on Photoshop, I'd like go into that armor piece, I'd zoom in like 20% and just work on it for hours and hours and hours, and I'd zoom back out and I'd be like, oh man, I just totally messed the whole thing up. And with Photoshop, I mean, after I did learn that you can take the scissor tool or whatever, and then select it, and then transform it and move it and stuff like that. So you can fix that relatively easy on Photoshop. But with the pencil drawing, it's a little bit more. It's kind of a little bit no holds barred. It's either if you mess it up, you're either gonna, or I guess inking is more like that. But like so I try and keep that in my mind a bit. Probably doesn't seem like it. I don't even know really what I'm talking about. And it probably just seems confusing, honestly. But that's what I try to keep in my mind. Okay, let's try and do the torso now. So 1, 2, we know that is the end of the breast. Let's try and do this as a square. Okay, we got that. Got the torso somewhat down. We're gonna work on the pelvis. Actually, I think on the thumbnail I somewhat messed that up. Actually, I did. Sometimes that's also another problem area I have, is sometimes getting this torso, because the torso and the pelvis, they twist. So say this is the torso, or I guess this isn't a bad representation, but like, so the pelvis right here, if this was the pelvis can twist up, it can twist down, it can twist this way, it can twist that way. And sometimes figuring all that, and also the torso can do that too, as well as the head can do that. And so like you have all these three things, subsequent things, and the thing is that when this twists up, sometimes it affects like the abdominal muscles, how they get twisted. Or like if you did that with the head, some of the muscles would get tensed. And also just thinking about what muscles are being used, which is also something I don't really know too much of, which hopefully later on I learn more about. But like what muscles are when somebody's say holding an object and they're gonna swing it full swing. What muscles really are being used to do that. That kind of stuff is when it gets really tricky. I don't really know that for sure. I don't. That's one thing I don't have much knowledge on, but I do know some basic landmarks, and I think that's what every artist really know. It's just that are doing the figures or the base landmarks. And the other thing is that the base landmarks also, they're not always concrete, and this is when things like breaking the rules of stuff like that, which is kind of very very interesting because actually what's funny is that in the beginning I used to draw like a bunch of demons, monsters, just like just decrepit abnormalities of like all these things because I didn't know all of these baseline landmarks. So what I do is I just draw a bunch of like monsters and stuff, and sometimes like it's hard for me to actually do that because like after studying figure drawing and listening to these teachers and these teachers drill into your head, you got to do this, you got to do that, like sometimes like then when you're actually trying to draw a monster, it's even harder now because you don't mess around with the rules that you can bend them out and stuff like that. And I kind of miss, in some degree, I kind of miss those days of like, because some of the like demons and stuff I used to draw, like I look back at them and I'm like, man, that thing looks freaking crazy, dude. Like I'd have like freaking torsos just like totally just like warped out with like an arm that's totally like warped in, and it looks just so like weird, like like, so it's kind of interesting. And the thing is, I didn't know the landmark, so it was so in some sense it was almost like freeing, but it was also uh but it was like a double-edged sword because it was very I don't know what the word would be, like I wanted to draw the figures. So I wanted to draw the figures, but I couldn't because I was drawing too many demons. One, two, three. So yeah, it's kind of interesting when I go back and look at some of the old drawings and stuff. Oops, I accidentally messed that up. So I have this form right here. So basically, how I'm having this square kind of tilted that way, the torso coming towards us. I think the torso viewed as a square is really good because the hip bones are kind of like like discs, and if you can figure out one of the sides of that square, or yeah, like you can kind of figure out one side of the square, you can kind of figure out where the hip, those bones would be placed. And like this one right here, like this side, that little point right there is a really really big landmark to remember, because from that you can like split that in half, and then that's kind of where other things are. If that makes sense, I don't know. That's Oh man, I don't know how these art teachers do it. Sometimes it's like they really have to like. I guess that's the thing, is I'm kind of getting back into it, but man, look at my finger. This is the finger that like I've been trying to do the fire hydrants, but get this, I literally just healed from. I have like a double blister. I had like a blister on top of a blister. I've never had that in my entire life. It's like two blisters, and then get this, I have a blister on this side of my hand too. It's ridiculous. See, now this finger right here, these two ones are like I've been using my brakes on my bike, that these ones really don't get blistered that much anymore. But I haven't been using a front brake for so long. I actually, basically, I'm just starting to run the front brake, so it's been really taxing on the finger, especially the middle finger, because that's where like a lot of the leverage is. And I'm getting like sidetracked. Okay, let's see here. So from here, let's figure out where the end of the kneecap is. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5.5. Is that right? I don't know. Actually, I'm not. I don't know. If you're watching this, please probably take whatever I'm saying with a grain of salt, because I'm not a teacher. I don't, you know, I've never taught a class or anything about figure drawing. Let's see here. And then like there's like this M shape for because there's the obliques. So the obliques are kind of like this. I'm actually not really too sure where they're even placed, but I know the obliques are like some sort of C shape up in here. And then you have the obliques into the gluteus maximus right here. It's kind of where the lats are. Now with this, why I did this little squiggle right here is I know, well, I don't know for sure, but I think, take my result, but there's a muscle right here, and then like there's another muscle that's like either wrapped around. I'm actually not too sure. And generally, this is how I have been starting a lot of my figures. A lot of people start with the portrait, you know? They like do the portrait, do all that stuff. For some reason, I like starting with like the legs, and I like figuring out the weight of the figure, you know? So, because sometimes like I'll draw this out just like the figure yesterday, and it will. I like the figures to feel like they're kind of weighty, you know, like they can bear some brunt to like what they're either, because generally a lot of the characters I put armor on them, stuff like that. So I like to make them feel like they're somewhat solid on the ground. Not always the case though, but I try to think of that. That's the thing. I try to tell myself that I'm trying to do these things, but generally, honestly, I don't always happen like that. The other thing too is I tend to draw the same poses over and over and over again, which is bad because I it's like definitely something. I think it's definitely a problem. I should definitely really like go into doing more dynamic poses. But sometimes that's actually I'm gonna have to do that. Just take a day where I just go into like totally like different poses instead of just the kind of the boring just a figure just standing there or whatever. Actually, I think I'm going to. I kind of want to like make this a little, make the torso a little bit smaller. I generally like to have my male characters have like the really big chest and the small pelvis. But I guess times are changing. Isn't that right, huh? So, as you're seeing that. I mean, I don't know. Is that like, that's what I'm kind of actually, I've kind of either forgot or I'm kind of curious to either, like, I wonder if just do all females just have a bigger um, pelvis for childbearing? Or are like humans slowly evolving or something like that? I don't know. Like maybe there's gonna come a time. I don't know. That's who knows, man? Who knows? But I know like a lot of weird politics stuff going down now, man. Okay, let's see here. So one, two. Okay, so from this proportion, from the portrait, actually, we should do a line in portrait just to signify where the. Oops. All right. Well, we're gonna have it like that. Let's just have it like that. Um, okay. So 1, 2, end of the breast or pec. Let's see here. Something like that. Maybe do another form line to. Something like that. Now the arms are always a challenge. I definitely try and because here from this point on, I mean that's the thing is I've been trying to follow these little thumbnails pretty close, but from this point on it's like you can just I guess the other thing about following the thumbnails, I think I've gotten into the habit because you know when a thumbnail gets approved by a whoever's commissioning you, they're somewhat kind of wanting that. You know, you're kind of showing that, okay, I'm gonna do that right there, because they're, you know, sometimes like that's another problem I've had, especially doing like the digital painting, is that I wouldn't really do thumbnails at all. I'd kind of just build it all up. Actually, I would do like little thumbnails, but then the problem was is I would like go in here and like do the arms and stuff, and like I'd be like, you know what, I actually don't like that pose right there. I'm gonna change it, and then I do like 20 revisions, and then like the problem is then there's like a back and forth, especially when you're commissioned or whatever. I'll start like being like, you know what? Can you change that back to that other one? Because then you start like changing it a lot, and they're like, oh well, I actually liked that one over there that you did. And you're like, well, I already changed it. They're like, oh, I like that one, and then like sometimes you just gotta go with what the commissioner has put for you to accomplish. So yeah, so if you get into commissions, I highly suggest trying to get good at the thumbnails. And actually, people would actually do gnarly thumbnails. There's actually some artists that did thumbnails where it would be so detailed, and you'd be like, "What in the world, bro? That's a thumbnail, bro? That straight up looks like a finished piece, dude." But they would do like massive paintings, you know. So yeah. Okay, let's see here. I know this is gonna be a little bit challenging, right? But wait a minute. Did I do that same arm? I literally think I might have done this exact same. And that's the other thing is sometimes your visual library is That's the other thing. It's always good to draw from reference, you know. But there comes a time when it's good to not draw with reference and stuff, because I think when you start drawing without reference, that's when your visual library really starts to hone in. And I think I read something. It was either on like James Gurney or Muddy Colors form blog, but it was saying something along the lines of like your visual memory, what you've remembered is basically everything that you found interesting, and that's been recorded. Like your brain wanted to remember that, and so it made some sort of brain synapse for you to remember that. And in turn, when everybody has their own almost like record database or whatever, and from that, I think that's where a lot of people's style develops, because it's like, you know, I think that's where a lot of style develops. I could be wrong. So it's basically just copy, 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 and then eventually we should work on this arm. Well, actually, no, I'm gonna work on this one first. So we will do, okay. So we have the collarbone. This is also a point. Actually, I'm not very good at either. Is attaching the deltoid into this right here, especially because I mean, actually, that's actually a good thing to take notice of within my own drawings, because I know that this little trifecta here, putting the portrait, attaching the head to the torso, and also I have troubles attaching the arms to the torso, getting this deltoid, especially because sometimes like you have these big old shoulder pads and stuff, so I kind of want this character very like sleek. Deltoid. This is going to be pushed forward. Right, so it's going to be like arm or the hand. I literally think I'm doing the same hand I did yesterday. You can kind of tell that it kind of. I guess it's a little different. And I think I totally got that wrong. It's very hard sometimes doing like foreground stuff. I'm probably gonna have to redo that a lot to get it to see right. Really should look at like more streams that people are doing. Thing is, like sometimes I've been so busy just trying to get these ones done that when I get done with them, I'm just tired, man. So I don't really get to view. So I apologize if you've been wanting me to watch your streams and stuff. Whoever's watching it, gonna watch this, kind of like I get tired after these. This arm is really hard to get down. I'm gonna do the pencil layer. This is when I'm probably going to mess it up. Let me try the pencil layer. But sometimes, you know, if you mess it up, you can always do the light box. So it's somewhat kind of like Photoshop. Darn, this eraser is kind of messed up. Sorry if this isn't really getting on stream. It's I have to like look closer at it, and it's kind of harder because like the camera's like right in front of my face. Actually, you know what? I actually might armor this chick out, man. Maybe not. Something like that. It's probably gonna have to might do it. Sometimes like every portrait is like has its own little characteristic. Makes it different. It's kind of cool. Like even if I were to like draw it again, you know, there's always something a little different. I actually got a lot of these proportions. Actually, I think I need to push this arm. I think I actually got this one. Darn. Yeah, I did get this arm wrong. I messed that. Oh yeah, that's definitely wrong. I mean, I might have to, I maybe could salvage this, where this hand's placed by like pushing. No, I'm gonna have to redo that probably. I feel like I got that elbow. Wait, it's the elbow's a bit off maybe. I totally got that wrong. Oh well. Well, maybe. Sometimes like it's good, like, so if you're seeing the elbows and stuff, like to see the arc. So the end of this elbow should roughly be like at the end of that one, maybe. Something like that. I'm wondering like what different about this character. Let's read up on that. She's gonna be casting some sort of spell. This character is very bland. How do we liven it up? Making it different. That's the other thing, is like, how can you make a character like different without really adding a crazy armor? You know, that's just when you gotta just go straight into like, I don't know. Because sometimes I like putting like, you know, the individual. I guess that's why I like drawing like a bunch of armor, because like it brings in a level of like individualism to it, because you kind of like put a signature to the character within the armor. But sometimes these like simple characters, especially when they're just like draped and just like simply draped, it's pretty hard to like somehow like differentiate them and make them their own in some degree. I'm trying to think about that now. I mean, loving the music. What can I do to this character to make it different? You know, the other thing is I'm very bad at drawing tech stuff. The reason why I'm bad at tech stuff is because there's a lot of perspective that goes within that kind of stuff. I'm kind of wondering, like, I guess maybe like viewing that graffiti piece I did, maybe trying to do like the warm up of the graffiti piece and trying to think about how, because I remember with the graffiti piece I had the rounds at the top. I tried to, and then the bottoms were like the bottom was really jagged with the line work. So I'm maybe wondering like if there's a way. Hmm. Let's just keep messing around. I think we're gonna mess around with this. Like spell what she's doing, I guess. That's what we kind of have right there. Maybe that's where we could put her individualisms within this spell that she's doing or something. No, what would this be? She's like, hmm. I'm not really digging this like spell stuff. Really, it's kind of cheesy. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, that might be interesting. Like, what if she was like doing like, or she had like a bunch of like hands morphing out of like the spell that she's doing. That can maybe like kind of interesting. Huh. That'd be cool. Oh, maybe there could be like another like energy sword thing right here. That might be kind of cool. Maybe she's just like making all sorts of like strange weapons or something. Be kind of interesting. I mean, what other weapons would there be? Or maybe it's like disintegrating. Or actually, no. I'm like just so tempted to just like, you know, put like an arm, like a shoulder pad or something right there. I just don't know if that's the move. I'm trying to think here. I wanted this character not to be. I wanted this character to be pretty easy to do, but now it's ending up. It's ending up becoming another one where I'm like having to think a little bit more. Now it's like I almost feel like I've put more thought into this one than just one that is just armored and you know, like I don't know, man. I'm wondering like what I'm doing right up in there. Like, was it? Is it a? I don't know. Okay, so we have the hip. I mean, should I just put like some sort of vest thing on this chick? And I guess we gotta make it somewhat like PG, right? I totally got that wrong. Darn. Oh, I don't know if that's. Oh, I think I have another idea. So from like this right here, like that energy sword thing, she could have like just these like energy like wing things. Hmm. Not gonna lie, I have no idea what I'm doing with this character. I don't know how I'm gonna go about. I mean, I guess what we could do is just go into things that we do know what we're gonna do, like the hand. Um, I could let's see. Maybe I could like be making. She could be making like a shield right here. That'd be cool. I'm trying to like think here. What? Hmm. I guess this is kind of alright. You know what? Maybe it's just time just to flip it horizontally. Sometimes that's what. Sometimes I feel like that's the needed thing to do as well. It's like sometimes when you just flip something horizontally, it just totally like changes something. You see something new at times. Let's see here. Is there anything I could? I don't even want to just do another layer on top. But I guess that should just be the ink layer, maybe. If we do ink it out, maybe try and ink it out. How do we do this? How do we do something like sleek? I kind of don't like this thing right here now. What is that? I don't know. Just an orb? Like what? Why would there be in a random orb right there? It makes no sense. What could it be? Could make it into something. Could just like do a strange shape. Huh. Actually, I should do some sort of strange shape thing up in here. I don't know what it'd be though. I don't know. Oh, Toledo. Maybe that's what we can do. Instead of this, do the same. Honestly, I haven't really been drawing stuff like this. There are many things we can make this box, but I think I'm going to make it a skull. Or like, oh, you know what? It could be a demon head. Oh, maybe that's what it could be. Because we like, I was talking about like the demon. Oh, goodness. Oh, maybe that might work, actually. See, sometimes you just gotta just sit there and just Sometimes you literally just gotta sit there and just think and just be like, okay, what is this gonna be? See, that's why I do. I think maybe that's why I like drawing the paladins so much, because the paladins or just armored characters, there's just so much abstraction to where you don't really have to think as hard. You know, you're just kind of like, okay, I'm just gonna go with it, and you're like, all right, all right. But with these simple characters, it's very hard because it's like, I don't know. I think they're a little bit more challenging, and I always just think they're not that challenging because it's like less detail, you know. But sometimes I end up spending. Sometimes I just feel harder. Sometimes I don't know. Weird. Okay. To me, it's like hard to get. I wonder how people like find streams or whatever. Okay, if I click on art, how do you find streams? Dude, this dude's an inker. What in the world? Holy moly, this dude's inking for DC. Whoa, that's gnarly.
Baltimore City on Google Maps, and I was literally like, I can drop a locator anywhere, and it's like it looks like we're getting like it looks like a forward, and it looks like all it is there, and it's still coming back to the correct. It's so working, and it's like it's weird. Even moments of like really nice looking places, but most of Baltimore is just it. Like if you've ever seen The Wire, it's that, but also if you've seen Band of Brothers, it's also that.
Dude, that dude's gnarly. We got a DC inker inking DC cover. Domo Stanton. This guy. I feel like just every art teacher should just be streaming. Like at this point, you know, like this dude. There's actually a lot of artists going about doing things. This dude. You got a miniature painter. Wow, interesting. I'm looking at all these screens. Man, you really, really gotta like go down just even find money. I feel like my tags would be somewhat like getting me more random people, huh? Maybe not. I guess it is Friday though. Hosting. Huh. Interesting. Man, I wish I had a Cintiq. That'd be freaking the move, man. I've actually never drawn on a Cintiq before. You know what? Let's actually, before I get back, I'm gonna play some. I guess I can just switch it off, huh? Play some FFR. I want to play like a little bit of a game just to go break from this. Or maybe I shouldn't. But yeah, let's do it. I think I could just display capture. Actually, I could just push this out like. Oh, oops. Actually, just go like that. Boom. So come on, play some FFR. Link the two. There's so much stuff up in here. Where is it? Oh, here it is. There we go. Dude, I got that one like perfect. Honestly, I haven't even been playing like video games at all lately. Oops. gonna have to pump up the difficulty here. Let's see here. Oh, that was easiest. That's kind of very easy then. Do. I'm playing with like different controls, so I used to play it with just the arrow keys, which I think I like looked up how they play it, and I guess they play it with your two fingers, which that's what I kind of was thinking, and I was like, oh well, I should maybe play this game for this trick I'm trying to learn, the multiple fire hydrants, because the multiple fire hydrants, it's kind of like you need to be really on the. Oh shit. Oh, Jeebus. No. I'm gonna use it. Oh, man. That was actually a really hard one for me, man. Oh, that was fun. Oops. Darn it. Just that random last one at the end. I wonder, will I get like kicked off for like not streaming just art stuff? I don't know. Good computers, what's this? At least I got through that one because normally I can't even. I remember I was trying that one, I couldn't get through it. What's this? No salt. Contemporary. What is contemporary? Okay, I'll do one more and then. Maybe one more. That one was fun. I'm gonna do one more, and then I need to get back to. What is trance pop? I don't know if I like this song. Oh yeah, this is the song that I don't like. We ain't doing this song. Another song. I can't believe we got through that one. I keep saying one more. What's Skate or Die 2? Jeez, dude, this is like, does not seem like it should be on an easy spectrum. Shit looks crazy. That was crazy. Okay, I'm done with this. We're done with that. Okay, let's get back to drawing. How do I put my video capture device? Okay, there we go. Oh man, actually, I'm tired. My fingers out, man. Okay. What was I doing? I'm just stuck on this drawing, man. That's what it is. We are stuck on this drawing. Do 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 do. Okay. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna do. I was thinking about making a just some sort of demon head. Demon head. I guess that would be a bigger, maybe a bigger square, I think. Erase this up a bit. Okay. Maybe more. Let's see here. Actually, I need stream still working. Like, I wonder if you like get kicked off if you like are not streaming what you say you're streaming. So I was like playing a game. Is that bad? Some music on. I kind of want to listen to like some like that soundtrack we were just listening to for that one. Yes. NES soundtrack. I've never played this game. Okay, 8-bit stereo. Sweet. I don't know if I listen to this. This is ridiculous. Hmm. What's this?
Ready to start eating healthier?
Oh, we can listen to this. That might be cool. Okay. So listen to this. I kind of want. I was like gonna. I was thinking about like just doing like a skull, and I was gonna make it like maybe the same size as that, but I'm gonna do it more like a demon. And it almost kind of. It was almost. It almost seemed like it was gonna end up being like because I did this like these lines right here, and almost kind of look like horns or something. Okay, let's see. So from here we can. It's gonna be like trying to like be looking up, like wondering how it should be here. Trying to like think, like trying to just like morph this thing in. Yeah, I don't think this is even gonna work. I thought I was kind of getting it, but I don't know if like I should make it more like human looking or yeah, this ain't working out. I don't like this. Redo it. It just looks really weird. Sometimes like you gotta just keep grinding until something pops out. I might just do just like a skull, you know? Just your typical skull. I keep like trying to think I'm gonna make this like weird looking demon thing, but I don't know if that's gonna work out, man. Let's see here. What if we just kind of just did maybe just like a normal head? That's kind of what I was trying, but That kind of looks better. A little bit. Kind of still don't like it though. I'm really trying to get this expression. Like, I don't know if like it should just be like a blank stare, or just should it be like trying to be staring up at it, or oh, it looks freaking cheesy, man. Oh well. I gotta like keep grinding away at this thing. I don't even know like. Hmm. I mean, I could just maybe even just draw another figure. And now I'm thinking this head's just a floating head would be a little weird. Because it just decapitated, or she's got a head on a platter. Look at the head, man. I don't even know like what I'm even drawing, man. At this point, I don't know what's going on with this thing, man. I'm trying to think, like, could it be like... Maybe I could push this. I could push that horn up a bit. Oh, maybe it could be like, it'll have like a snake tongue. What is a snake tongue? Looks kind of like has like the forked tongue. Because I know like the Bible always talks about like the tongue. Nah, that does not work. That was gonna work. That looks just cheesy. Man, this one I've really had to just like grind out, man. That head looks pretty gnarly. I don't see how it's like just floating there. I have to like somehow indicate that it's like a spell that's floating, right? Darn it. Not working. That didn't work at all. I'll just have the head like that. I think we're somewhat getting closer though. We are getting closer, I think. Or I guess we could maybe like push the head like that. It's like melting. You know what? I could just, instead of making that a sword, it'll be a cross. Huh. And this drawing really, like, I literally, I haven't even, like, I feel like I haven't even really gotten anywhere. Yeah, let's just draw a cross. It kind of sucks. Okay, so here's the other thing is, like, I've drawn a lot of detail right up in here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna grab another piece of paper. Take one underneath here, and just use that and cover over. I mean, I guess it's just such a common sense thing to do, you know. But I guess, you know, if anybody's watching and maybe they might not know, so maybe they might not know. Huh. Actually, you know what? I'm trying to think, like, how do you... This doesn't really seem like it's decapitated, huh? Alright. We're gonna push it over here, and this right here is just gonna be a cross. I think I'm gonna... just draw this as a cross. Maybe? Is that too overbearing? I think it'll work. I think actually I need to cut this one down a little bit. I'm supposed to be as bold as lions, huh? I've been trying to commit my work to the Lord in some degree, but I don't know. It seems like it's not really working out, but who knows? Will it work? I don't know. I don't know. So There's a lot of just like now it's getting to the point where it's getting very just I don't know what I'm doing up in here. Like see, I kind of made this like weird spell thing on the bottom, and but I don't. I mean, I don't know what this stuff is gonna be right up in here. I don't know. Like maybe it could. I'm trying to like maybe see some sort of. Huh. What if like I somehow connect this? How would I do that? Now that's a challenge in of itself right there. How do you connect that into this? Because I might draw another head up in here. Maybe like it's like released or something. Like and he's like how would you draw that though? I kind of feel like that doesn't look like. Okay, I need to think about this right here. We need to break this down into a simple shape. So it's basically a square like this. So from that we can understand. Okay, so if this is like this, that means that there's a cylinder like this, and that could be represented as the neck. I feel like I got that wrong right there. Because if that's the square, or maybe not. Maybe I could draw like... Okay, so if that's that, maybe we could draw a second cylinder underneath that one to show that it was decapitated. Maybe I could bring that up a bit. So I'm gonna have to maybe erase this. So maybe like trying to follow this square right here and trying to follow this right. Oh wait, but I'm trying to connect it. That does not work at all. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Sometimes like these little spell things are just so hard to draw, or just even just make it look like it's something. I kind of feel like the first one was better, or it was just dripping down. I guess, let's see. I'm gonna lie, this one's been a challenge. This one's been very, I don't even know what I'm doing, man. That's what, I'd like to say that I know what I'm doing, but this one just feels like it's just straight, just been a struggle the whole way through. The other one yesterday was just so much easier. It was just like, okay, let's ink it, let's go. This one's just like, what am I even doing here, man? Like, this is just ridiculous. Halo. I guess what I could do is just finish out this part of the figure, and then worry about this other stuff later, because I wanted to somehow. We'll see how I have this like circular thing. Like I wanted to somehow take this and then somehow I guess how do we do that? How do we make this like a circle of composition? I feel like there could be something right here. What would that be? I was thinking maybe like trying to draw another head right here. The only problem is like I would like maybe it was like a demon and it got exorcised or something because of the cross, and it was like it's like screaming out or something. But I don't have enough I really don't have enough room for that. I mean, maybe I could also bring this mouth down like it's like, and then like maybe, huh. Yeah, I don't know. The soundtrack's pretty interesting though. Never listened to it before. Yeah, I guess sometimes finishing like so. What I have noticed, yeah, sometimes just finishing out the rest of the figure, like it just feels more like balanced sometimes, and so sometimes it like motivates you to like keep going with like other stuff. I feel like I keep worrying about this background stuff, and in all honesty, it is just abstraction stuff, so it's not like it's very important. I don't really know it, so. But what is important is trying to get this figure to feel like it's working. I feel like, oh, I guess that's also true. She was just gonna have like some sort of skirt thing on. Do 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 do. She's not gonna have any shoes on. I'm bad at drawing feet, that's for sure. Or maybe she will. Maybe she'll have like sandals or something. See, Ari just looks more just finished. These sandals look like. Chaos. Maybe like she could have like some sort of daggers. Oh, I think I have another idea. It could be a little seed. Oh, okay, I got it. Okay, so from the cross, there will be a little orb. From the little orb will be a plant growing. Get this. Okay. Okay, so from the cross, it goes up to a little plant. And then from his forehead, I was going to draw a sword sticking out of his head. It's going to be a little plant. Or no. Okay, but yeah, maybe then I could somehow... Oh, that kind of looks kind of lame. Oh, goodness. Maybe on her arm, on her forearm, there'll be like plants growing up it or something. Nah, that looks kind of lame. I'll figure out how I'm supposed to do this, man. This is a challenge. I don't even know what I'm doing. I think I'm just overcomplicating things, man. Yeah, this whole arm thing I don't think is gonna work. Or maybe. Maybe I could do some like weird perspective stuff of like this is very challenging. Maybe I should just ink it out. Actually, you know what? Maybe instead of the cross, I'll just make that more of a sword. Maybe. I guess maybe that will bring more. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, let's try that, and then I'll do maybe a floating Bible. See, I'm like this one, man. I'm just changing so many things up. It's okay. This happens. That's what it's like sometimes. This one in particular, I'm very like trying things out. Sometimes it's like, sometimes you just get it down, man. Okay. Like sometimes, like you just get it down and it just works, but sometimes you're sitting there and just trying to fix things, mess around with things, trying to get things to work. Now, see, there's a lot of things to think about putting right here. Could be a spear. Could be some sort of strange. A lot of items. I mean, what item? That's the question. I've been drawing a lot of swords, huh? Well, I guess he is decapitated. So, I guess we will just draw a sword, huh? Oh, you know what? I'm actually gonna draw the sword as like I don't remember. Let's see here. I wonder if you could like put wings on it. Like, would that be depicted correctly? Oh, wait, I totally got that wrong. Well, yeah, lately I've been just drawing like normal swords. Like I used to like draw these like crazy epic. I guess that's what everybody likes, huh? Everybody likes those just like epic swords. But lately I've been just like, I guess it's just because it's easier to draw these ones. But it's also like sometimes I think about like the feasibleness of it. I think I'm gonna like try and swoosh some of this blood over here. Yes, that's what I'm gonna do. Yes. Okay. Maybe that's how I could get it to go over there. I've literally been thinking, like, how do you get it over there? How do we get over here? There we go. I finally figured out how to get it over there. I've been grinding for that, dude, like for a while now, man. And then it'll like turn into like I don't like that one right there. That one looks weird. So from here, it's gonna like twist over. Wait a minute. Something like that. Yeah, she's gonna have sandals on. How do you draw like? I might have to look this up. How does the normal? Oh yeah, okay, never mind. I don't have to really look this up. I remember what a sandal. The base sandal has those little things right here, and they like just go over the toes, right? Yeah, yeah. That's how. And there's a little platform. Actually, this chick's gonna have like those, you know, like in Princess Mononoke, that one dude that had like the platform things. That's what she's gonna have. Remember in Princess Mononoke that one dude had like those like platforms that were like those things are hilarious, man. That just fucking reminds me of that. Okay, it's actually starting to come along again. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna put I am gonna put these platforms, but then also it's gonna be like Roman sandals. Wait, how do these connect over here? It's like, okay, so there's that one. The Roman sandal. Okay, so maybe like they connect like here. There you go. Spit the thumbnail. Throw something in there. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'm inking this one. This is taking too long. Yeah, I'm gonna put a floating Bible right there. Yeah. Where'd my phone go? There it is. Bring your own. Holy moly. Everybody's playing Lost Ark. Lost Ark, Lost Ark, Lost Ark. I would be playing Lost Ark too, but I'm playing paper and pencil. I guess this isn't really business. I don't even think my computer can handle Lost Ark, honestly. It can hardly even run WoW. Painting a chihuahua. Painting a chihuahua. Okie dokie. How is this perspective gonna be? There we go. Where does that go too much into the hand? There's kind of like a tangent right there. I don't really like that. Oh man, I always put tangents in here. I personally don't like having like a weird tangent like that. So I gotta push it back down a little bit. See, it'd be nice on Photoshop. On Photoshop, it'd be like I'd literally select that, whoop, and then just push it down. It's okay. There we go. Yeah, that's better. And then there'd be the seed. Like the seed of in the Bible, you know, like we always talk about seeds and stuff. Seeds, the magical fruit. I guess not a fruit, it's a seed. Seed, baby! Okay, let's see here. This is going to be a well-used Bible. There's going to be like notes and stuff in it. And then I could honor this drawing to the Lord. Put a little cross in here. Maybe that's what I should do. I should maybe not put such a... I don't know, but shouldn't I be bold or something like that? Is that what we're supposed to do? Or should I just add this little? I mean, I guess this is just like, I mean, of course you'd probably see this if you were to look at it. Like, you definitely know. Oh, I apologize, God, if this drawing's cringy. Whatever. This one was a battle. I'm not gonna lie. This one was definitely like, it did not come easy. This one was like, I thought it was actually, like when I first started it. Actually, I got the perspective of that cross wrong. It's actually supposed to be, oh man. That's okay. I guess just leave it like that. This one was not. This one was definitely a battle, for sure. Need to put some more. Actually, I don't know how this thing. Okay, so it goes around. So that means it goes under, right? I guess I mean this could be like a little belt. A little gap right in here. Oh, you know what? I could also put a little notch, like right in there, kind of indicating, like, you know, kind of like pushing it up like that. I might not do like this big wing. See, I was like going to do this big wing and have it over here. Here's another thing: is the wings are always hard for me to draw, because like I always can draw one wing, but then you have to draw the other wing on the other side sometimes. When it's a huge wing, you know, and sometimes it's just like. Sometimes I always get the perspective wrong of that second wing that goes over here. It's just hard sometimes. Okay, got a little halo. I got this demon. Just do a couple more. Let's see here, like lines up in here. This is like some sort of like. He's like looking up. He's like, no. This underlip. You see, there's all these little details you can add in. I put a couple stubbles, like a couple circle things, a couple little doodads on his head. I need to indicate better his cheekbone. Actually, should be right here, I think. It's sitting right there, but it's okay. And we actually indicate the end of the eye socket a little better. kind of don't know what this stuff in the background is. It was supposed to be like the spell thing, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't know if that's gonna be working out. Yeah, I think I'm not gonna do this feather stuff right here. Still not kind of sure what this. Okay, I actually don't know how this is getting connected right here. Maybe I should have just another band right there. Or maybe it could just be like another like thing right there, but down here. Mini ones. This finger is kind of. Sharpen this sword a bit. I kind of actually want to try and ink it out. This one took a while, man. Oh, I could do something else. What if I put a pookie pipe in this dude's mouth? Say no to meth. Nah, I shouldn't do that. That would be hilarious, though. I mean, the only reason why I'm not gonna do that is just because, like, if I did draw a pookie pipe, and the thing is, a pookie pipe If you guys don't know, you guys could be more aware. So living in Long Beach, you know, you'll see these around in Long Beach. But yeah, Pookie Pipe is basically this pipe that looks like this thing. And there's a circular thing right here. See right here? And normally, like, you know, a normal piece or whatever, you put the fire in there or whatever. I don't do much any drugs, honestly, like, except for drinking a little bit. I used to smoke weed and stuff, but I don't do that anymore. But yeah, what they do is so it's like this light bulb looking thing, and then they put their freaking crystal meth in here, like that, and then they light it underneath here, you know, instead of like it being instead of like a normal pipe where it'd have a hole, and then they do it like that. But shit's ridiculous. Anyway, I wasn't even gonna put like a Pookie pipe in this dude's mouth, but then it made me think, well, you know, since he kind of lost function of his head, the pipe would probably just drop down to the ground. So it's somewhere down there. Maybe that's why she has these platforms. There's just so much broken glass everywhere that she needs to, you know, be a bit more above the ground. Trying to just think of just more little hidden lore stuff. I don't know. I'm about done though. I was drawing. I'm at this point where I'm kind of not really doing anything. I'm just sitting here, just diddle dabbling. Yeah, I forgot. I should probably draw a little bit more of this, like, robe. Yeah, what was actually funny about like the Pookie Pipe thing is so there's this skate park, El Dorado in Long Beach, and I forgot what the other. It's like Hawaiian Gardens. So Hawaiian Gardens is like right outside of Long Beach, like literally, it's like one little thing. But they used to have a skate park, like literally. Here's El Dorado Skate Park. Like if this is El Dorado, there's El Dorado Skate Park. A bunch of trees. It reminded me of like Elwyn Forest or like a Night Elf starting. The Hawaiian Garden Skate Park is literally right there. Like literally, you just ride right to it. It's ridiculous. But the thing is that if you can ride there on your bike, but the thing is, well, I guess it's more like this. And then there's a skate park right over here. And then, but if you want to drive there, you got to go underneath this tunnel, like right here. And the funny thing is someone graffitied this giant freaking like 50, 70 foot long Pookie pipe, and it was just freaking hilarious, man. It was just the whole tunnel, like the whole tunnel was just a giant Pookie pipe. And I was like, are you freaking kidding me, bro? Like, who would go in there with that much paint and just draw that thing in there? It's just I burst out laughing when I saw that. I actually think I have a picture or some sort of video of it somewhere because it was just so absurd. I was like, that's so weird. So weird to see. I guess you could. Here's another thing right in here. Ribcage. I almost like was kind of indicate a little bit of that. Maybe put one little line. All right, now I'm just kind of just diddle-dallying around, not doing anything. Because there's a lot of things you could do at this point still. I mean, you could keep going on. I mean, there's a lot of things I could, you could do a better sword. You could do like a crazy design sword, put little intricate things into the sword. Actually, I don't know what this thing's called, but I know that there's like some sort of thing like that. Designs or something. The perspective's kind of wrong right there, and this hilt is kind of really like shrinking. But I mean, you could go deeper and deeper and deeper into this. Like you could just thicken out lines, thicken out, I'm thinking that the light source would be like this. So you could thicken out all the lines down here. Kind of like doing like the graffiti thing where you thicken the lines out. Or like do like the 3D thing. Alrighty, well, let's see. Does that... I do have another magnifying glass. I wonder if, like, bringing this thing out would do anything. I'm kind of wondering, like, does this do anything? Okay, kind of see it more. Alright, maybe not. Freaking another magnifying. I can see it better, that's for sure. I'm just getting blurry. Oh, for sure, you can definitely see it. Oh yeah, it's way more clear. I think. Yeep. I should draw like that one wing. Yeah. Maybe we'll draw... Okay, you know what? Actually, I want to draw one more little thing to kind of keep it... Because see how like I have this like kind of... Actually, maybe I will draw that wing because it kind of keeps the composition kind of like... That's actually why I switched these horns. Actually, I was going to do the horns... I mean, actually, you can still see these lines right here. How they were going to go down like this. And I guess maybe that's why I didn't do this thing. Because I was going to do this like circular spell thing. But I kind of wanted the composition to kind of like go like this. That's why I was like really trying to figure out how to get this head to be over here. In all honesty, I should have actually no, I guess not, maybe not. I guess, you know, maybe I could just actually another blood splatter thing going this way. That doesn't really make sense. Why is it like, oh man, see that's what's, I don't know. That's what's kind of not really making sense very much, honestly. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, I could draw like a little butterfly because I wanted to kind of like. Well, I guess I do have this little thing right up in here. Where is this composition gonna be? Okay, right in here, this tight circle. It's gonna be right there, right here. So line of action. One wing. I think some of them have like weird tail things. That does not look like a butterfly at all. Oh man. Oh well, that's what it is. So it's like it's free. It's a butterfree. That's what that thing is. The demon has been exorcised. Got the seed. And maybe I could do like more butterflies actually. Like maybe another one like over here. Like a little one. Just like one little. Actually, I kind of forgot, like, think about it, like, those sandals in, like, Princess Mononoke, I'm pretty sure, like, they're, like, the wood on them is, like, really, like, you know, like, when you smash wood on the, it just starts getting all, like, furry. That's probably not the best way to describe it, you know, like, they get, like, kind of, like the wood gets furry. Furrowed. I'm gonna have, like, it's, like, a little furred out. Actually, there should be a little perspective line, I think, right there. I guess we'll just try this one. Maybe it's just something. Maybe they have like one wing and that's it. I don't know why. I guess it's like an energy wing. I forgot what. I guess we could draw a little wing. That's what I should have done. I know I'm totally getting this wrong, but something like this. At one point, I remembered how to draw. Like I knew how to draw like the anatomy of the wings. I've completely forgotten actually. So now this is just me just winging it. It looks more like a flower or something. I know there's like 3 layers, so there's like that layer and then that one, and there's like there's like one over there. And there's like, I guess depending on the species of wing. I guess maybe that could be another lore of this character, is actually maybe these wings are from the butterflies. So she's literally exorcised so many demons and turned them free that she's gained her wings. I just kind of want to like draw this halo a little bit more defined, because you can hardly see it. There you go. Actually, that makes no sense. Why is that one? Oh wait, no, it does, because that one. Okay. Okay, well, I think this is the character. I was gonna maybe like, I guess I'm gonna do one more little thing. I'm gonna put little metal edges on this Bible. You know, like when they have the little metal edges so the books last longer. I was gonna maybe like try and ink a character every or 6 days, but I don't think that's gonna happen. It's just gonna take too long, I think. So, but yeah, that is, I guess, the character for today. This one was surely a battle, but we stuck it out and discovered some new things. There's some definitely some things I've never drawn this before, man. Like I've drawn like somewhat of the sword like that. I've drawn this before. I've drawn the wing, the halo. I've never really drawn this either. I've actually never drawn these sandal things either. That's interesting. A little let me get a close up on there. See, it doesn't like gets all blurry. Gets blurry. When does it not get blurry? Right there. Anyway, farewell everybody, or to the one viewer out there. Try your best and have fun. Remember, if you're not failing, I guess you're not learning, or something like that. Something like that, I don't know. It's good to fail. It is good to fail. Shows that there's much to learn. Farewell.